I know that many of you are starting out and asking, what should I offer? I've been in the same shoes, so let me talk you through and walk you through my offer creation process, because especially for solopreneurs and one-person businesses, because there is a confinement that we're working with that we can't actually get out of so easily. Let me explain what I mean. I'm walking you through this sketching here, because I think it's important that we actually start considering what options we have. Because in the beginning, we think that we have all of this pie, all of the market, all of the opportunities, but in reality, we only have a slight sliver of this right here, which this is actually where we can create our offer and start selling. Because we're starting out, so we lack a bit of experience, maybe we lack the track record. We don't have all the opportunities at our hand, because let me tell you, I tried to hunt for the unicorn ideas, and in reality, those don't work if you don't have the finances, the team, the time, and the overall support to build it. So we can't build a unicorn. We need to stick with a cash cow. Doing a cash cow is also different, because we have products, we have physical products, digital products, e-commerce, drop shipping. We have so many different things. And I'm here to tell you that in essence, you have two options. Only two. Makes it real simple, because the two options are 1 and 2. And it is a service offer, or you have a coaching offer. In essence, both of them are services, but they're working a bit different, because a service is you bringing out a product for them, when coaching or consulting is you guiding them through the process or framework, which is a bit different, but those two are your only two options, because these are the ones that actually can get you to $10,000 a month. Fast enough to actually get you to quit your 9-to-5. But before I tell you how we create these two things now, let me walk you through the math behind it, because that's where it starts to get essential. I need to tell you also why I don't think a product is the right fit for the start if you really want to make 10K per month and quit your job as soon as possible. They can't work, they just require more time. You'll see in a minute. So, in my experience with coaching and like doing service offers, you have a limit of 20 clients. If you try to do more, it usually tends to get too messy, because there are just too many different parts and components in the game that make it difficult to get to, for you to serve them. Sure, that number is if you're on the, now it comes to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I could also offer a product, because in a product, and that's the part where everybody is like, yeah, we can scale it. It's the digital product. We don't need to worry about it. Let's go. We can easily serve 2,000 clients. Easy peasy, no problem. We can do it. Now, the other number is 1,000 true fans that I've heard often is by Tim Kelly, I think. You can correct me in the comments below if that was the wrong name. But we have 1,000 true fans, which is that's the number to aim for if you do content marketing, if you want to be an influencer or personal brand. That's what you're aiming for as a musician, as whatever you do, 1,000 true fans. So those two, now we can look at our $10,000 per month. So what does that mean now? This means, if we move these down a bit more, this means that here we need to earn $500 per month per client. That's fair enough. You can get there. Here, for 1,000, that's 10 per month. $10 per month. Where you're like, oh yeah, $10 per month, that's pretty easy, should be easy to be sold. So we have these two numbers. Both of them get you to 10,000 a month. Now the question is, how do we actually get here? Because now that the money side is figured out, pretty easy math, we need to figure out what that means on the client side. And that's where things start to get a bit more tricky or harder, because on average, when you're starting out, you can earn 0.5% to 1%, or 0.5 to 1% of your max audience, of the followers you have, convert into buying a product, which means we can calculate that down, but it means that you have, you need to have here for this one, that it actually works out, you need to have an audience of, what is it, times 100 or times 200. So we need to have a brand that's having 2,000 to 4,000 followers. Now you're saying like, oh yeah, that's surprisingly big, but that means that you actually can fill 20 client spots per month on a like $500 per month like price point. Now you can say like, okay, that's a lot more than you thought it was, but yeah, I agree. Like I was also surprised by that math, but that's how it comes out. So that means for 1,000 clients or customers per month buying a $10 thing, we need to have a total amount of audience of like 1,000 true fans, but we need to have like times 100 that. So we need to have 100,000 to 200,000 followers to actually have our 1,000 true fans, which that's a number that's not easy to get to. And that's a hard number to hit. Now we can say like, okay, there is a different price point, which like I agree. That's why we'll correct this number, because on average, the number is that 5% of your following is willing to spend $5 per month. So that means we can, it's like 2.5% or for 1,000 clients to reach that. We have here like $5 per month, meaning that we earn double as much from the 1,000 true fans, which means we have half the like 2.5 conversion rate will be enough for us to actually hit this with 1,000 true fans, which means that we need to have now I prepared all my numbers, but not that one because I was like, oh yeah, that's easy to calculate. So 1,000 by a 2.5 is 250,000. No, that doesn't make sense. It's a quarter of this, so it's 25,000 then. Yeah, it should be. So it's 25,000 followers, because 25,000 followers, 2.5% of that, wait, now 1% of that is 250. Now I'm like really messing up my math here. Well, I mean, you get the point, where 1,000 clients max means that we need to get, yeah, so like, yeah, but like, so this is the numbers somewhat. You can correct me in the comments. I'm like right now, like screwing up my math on that, but this is still quite the difference to this. And that's the main point here, that 2,000 followers is something you can reach, and 20 clients is something you can actually manually work with. Well, 25,000 followers, 50,000 followers, 100,000 followers is definitely needing automation. It needs to have a structure, because 1,000 clients means that you need to have divided by 30 days is another crooked number. But it means like 25 days for 1,000 transactions. means that you have 40 transactions per day, which is still quite a bit of work to manually do. So that's not going to work anymore that easily. So that's why like this here is the number, the route will go. So let me clean that up again a bit more. So in order to hit, now the green one, $10,000 per month, you need to start looking to get an audience of 2,000 to 4,000 followers, because they will on average be able to buy, or like with a 0.5 to 1% conversion rate, that means you'll have 20 clients that spend on average $500 with you. So this is the constraint that you're working with to get your offer together. So stick your head in and see what you can come up with, because that's the number we need to hit. To hit that repeatedly, this is the audience we're going for. This is the conversion rate we're going for. And we're setting as baseline. If you're better, which is good. But it's like, this is the like number that's pretty safe to assume. So that's the amount of clients we need, and that's the price tag. So that you can combine now in different pricing points and different, in the different value ladder components, where you say like you have one-on-one, you have groups, you have a small like 3-page website or like a 10-page website. You can like combine them, but this is going to be the average price tag you're looking for and that you're aiming for. So this is what we're striving to do. I hope this was valuable. I know it was a bit hiccups in between. It wasn't clean. Like, I tried to do the math, but the math like messed with me. If you enjoyed it, please leave a subscribe, and I'll see you here to build your personal media company to hit these 2,000 to 4,000 followers in a very decent amount of time, because we're building on 12 platforms. See you there and have fun.